into that. So, yeah, we got Andrew Body moving on from Texas Southern to Alabama State. All right, so I think the cat's out the hat right now. Everybody should see it, and I'm gonna say it. I don't think Andrew Body had any FBS offers on the table. Haven't spoke to him. I don't got no inside. But from what I've seen and how this transpired, staying in the SWAC would mean that you don't have any outside offers, in my opinion. If you had an offer from UTSA or North Texas or something of that matter, you go ahead, you might go and take that choice, take that chance, right? But you go to Alabama State, and Alabama State, right? People are saying it might be contenders for the SWAC. I think that's a conversation to be had. But Alabama State, you look at it, they got the facilities of an FBS program, right? They got the uniforms, you got the band, the decor, everything, the location, everything about it says FBS if you're looking at Alabama State. So if you couldn't go FBS, of course you would choose Alabama State of all schools. So I think this is a big get for Coach Eddie Robinson down there at Alabama State. And the biggest clog in this equation to me is offensive coordinator, right? So Alabama State loses their offensive coordinator, Harry Williams. He wasn't that great of a coach, and it was still questions around whether or not did he start the boy Demetrius Davis over there, or was he a Damian Stewart guy? There's still questions about that. But nonetheless, the offensive coordinator is gone. Harry Williams, he's reportedly going down to Tuskegee, going to be an offensive coordinator down there with Aaron James. Cool stuff. The reports about who they are bringing in is the biggest clog in this equation to me, because it's reported that they're going to bring in Chris Barnett from Winston-Salem State. He's offensive coordinator there the past year. Previous to that, he was with North Carolina A&T. I believe he was there during the Broadway tenure. He's one of those guys. So bringing in a guy like Chris Barnett to an offense like Alabama State that, quite honestly, has been misused the past 2 years, straight up misused. They had one running back, Jacoby Merritt, running back for Alabama State. Doesn't rush for 1,000 yards. Goes to New Mexico, University of New Mexico. Rushes for 1,400. Hops in the portal this year and is now on his way to Washington. That was an Alabama State guy. Misused by the offense completely. Another guy, great example, Keshawn Johnson. Absolute stud at wide receiver. The wide receiver hails offers from Power 5 programs this offseason. Got about 2 years eligibility left. Left Alabama State. I think he chose Vanderbilt. Vandy. So if you just think about the amount of talent that Alabama State has accumulated over the past couple of years and how it's honestly equated to 6 wins. 6 wins last year, 6 wins the year before that. You know what I mean? That's not enough. So I'm hoping that this new offensive coordinator, Chris Barnett, comes in, opens up this offense. We saw Winston-Salem State last year go from a team that was nothing to a team that was something. Right? They went around 4 games, and at the end of the day, to me, this Alabama State team, what they need, maybe they don't need an Andrew Body, but they needed a new offensive coordinator. And bringing in a guy like Chris Barnett really sets you ahead of the rest of your competition. Right? We'll talk about coordinators all throughout the show. The next couple of weeks, I've got this whole break